Hello and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I don't know why I said it like that. So, picking up right where we left off here with Monica. So, that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? This game's gonna get a little bit creepier as we go along with it. Some of you might be wondering, why am I uploading it on a Friday? Well, because it is classified as horror. And it does get scary. It may start out sweet and innocent like a lot of horror games do. Or a lot of games that have scary undertones to them. And then you flip the switch. And there you go. And I gotta sneeze. Anyways, we'll make you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Yeah, I've watched Let's Plays of this game, Monica. You're not fooling anyone. Me, Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. I expected her to do that little finger thing when she's embarrassed on this moment anyways. To be honest, I couldn't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages us to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Sayori comes in, eavesdropping. Monica is a really great leader. Here comes Yuri. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. At some point, we do stop making we do write our own poems at some point in this series, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. I almost said annoying for some reason, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? So Yuri, yeah. Yuri, we'll do our best. Natsuki, you know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. Yuri, so Jeff, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Knew I was going to say that. Which is ironically because I'm reading one right now. Not at this moment, but you know what I mean. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Dang it. Natsuki's head suddenly perked up. Was she sleeping or was she enjoying a cupcake? It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Yuri. Not much of a reader, I guess. She said out with embarrassment. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a foreign world. In such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Oh, I don't want to know. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Like horror? Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop, you mean? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I knew she was going to say that. Oh, I'm reading a horror game now that's sweet and innocent on the outside. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Monica, stepping in out of nowhere. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. A lot of people love horror. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. What horror were you reading? Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Here's Natsuki. Ugh, I hate horror. Of course you do. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Don't look at me, I'm not coming to save you. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Say it. Say it, Monica. Fine. Dang it. I don't know how to... Ee-hee-hee or something. Your cupcakes, your poems. Says Shigori. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Are we getting little Natsuki embarrassed? So Yuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write about your own problems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing art to oneself. That's true. I barely share any of my stories with anybody, and if I do, it's usually friends that I know won't judge me. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Here's Monica. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe. If you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. 2 exclamation points and a dot. And 3 dots. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. Do we get the right poems yet? I want to get the right poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Yes, poem time. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. What? Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Oh, we can't do it here. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Says Natsuki. Yuri, 3 dots and 2 exclamation points. Yes, I'm gonna do that. So Yuri, yay! Let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club and friendship. Isn't that right, Jeff? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All 4 girls stared at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Natsuki is like, Sayuri, Jeff, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Of course you would use poem as an excuse. Right. Okay, I've decided then. Well, that was quick. You're gonna decide just for them. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Of course, Sayuri is. I don't know how the other 3 will feel. Sayuri wraps around me, jumping up and down. Wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment, said Yuri. Natsuki, if you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then Monica, then that makes it official. We welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Yay, poem! Monica looks over at me once more. Jeff, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I mean, my skills are mediocre in real life and everyone seems to love it. I already feel the anxiety rolling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Jeff, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Oh boy. That's right. Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore. Because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! She's way too excited. With that, the 2 of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Oh boy. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, let's read one more and then we'll go for close out the episode for the night. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will follow. And with that being said, we are going to conclude this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club here. Yeah, that was on purpose. I hope you guys had fun. And I'll see you next time.